Bro, call your car Riley's Reed, because it just got fucked.
That's not funny. That's not...
Alright, so it's been a while. I have not posted a video in about a month. Long story is I have like 5 videos recorded. All of them are waiting for little things to be finished, and then I'll post them. I have a Brembo kit for Silverado. I have built turbo Silverado. I have all kinds of builds I've been working on. The Cutlass, I have a ton of updates on the Cutlass. It runs, it drives. I've started working on the tune on it as of a couple days ago. A lot of things. My brother's BMW blew up and he rebuilt the motor. We just got it running with the new Brian Tolley Racing cam. Before it was a stock 5.3, now it's got a cam in it, so now he gets to live that life. We finally got the Trans Am situated, and then it blew up. Fun. So that's going to the machine shop to get polished and gonna rebuild that. Yeah, so I went to RSD a couple weeks ago, broke my front bumper. It's right there. Glued it back together. Just got to finish doing the body work and repaint it again. That's why it's off. But I decided to pick up a sponsorship by Cosmis Racing, and this is what we're doing. As you can see here. We are wide bodying the CTS. I know it's, I guess, technically wide body, but technically the laziest way to do it possible, but we have no other options, so that's what we're gonna do. I found flares that don't cover up the door, so they just will go right next to the door. I don't got to worry about that. They'll still open. And the goal is to pull all the rear camber out so I can stop wearing out my tires improperly and get a little bit more grip, because, you know, I'm only using like this much of the tire, which is kind of super shitty. My lights are on. I don't know why. Oh, it's a Cadillac. Got to open the door. Other than that, other upgrades we have that we're going to be working on. I bought hood risers for the hood. Going to try to get the hood to get some of the heat out. If that doesn't work, I'm buying some track spec vents and gonna live with that. Trying not to, but it looks like that might be where we're going. I got to get the heat out of the engine bay. It's heat soaking really bad. So sorry for the delay in videos. I will start pumping them out again. It's just been super stressful here, trying to button up some big paint jobs and stuff like that. And it's honestly been super hectic. But tonight, because it's like 5:30, I'm gonna get this thing on the rack and stop jibber jabbering and get to work. Alright, so I have a pretty nice tool for riv nuts, but I always have an issue with them where when I use the gun, I break them all the time. So you see here, I'm using a 1/4 inch ratchet wrench. It made my life so much easier. Like, it might have taken 5 extra seconds per riv nut, but my god, I was able to feel it actually do everything I needed it to do. And I mean, you've seen how quickly it just went together. I mean, that was easy. The fronts were actually super easy. The rear is where things got complicated. All right, Ricky, how do you feel about cutting up the car?
I thought this day would never come.
So many! I can't win.
I've been waiting a long time to massacre this car. I didn't think it would come to this, though.
Really, so have I. All right, we got one side on.
It looks fresh.
It does.
It looks good.
We got this side cut.
I needed a new look.
This side cut. We got all the holes riv nutted. We got one more 1/4 to cut. One more. And then on to the welding. Hi, River.
I'm gonna be like,
What are you doing, River?
I'm trying to be the guy.
Oh, okay.
You won't fall another time.
Oh, no.
bro, call your car Riley's Reed, because it just got fucked. rubber. I just cut in to repair your Iron Man.
All right, so day 2 is Saturday morning. My buddy Ricky helped me out a ton last night, but it was a long day. So we called it quits, and today we're back at it. First step I'm gonna do is I gotta clean this up. I'm gonna clean up about a ½ inch or so. We're gonna spot it together. I'm gonna pull this up and spot it together, get it nice and tight. Then cut this off, smooth it down just a little bit, and then we're going to primer that area. And well, I'll probably drill the holes first, then primer the area, let the primer dry, seam seal it, and we are ready to rock and roll. So that's the goal. Let's get to it. All right, so as you can tell, that was a little bit more difficult than I planned on it being. The bolts ended up being too long. I didn't realize it at first. It was pushing the quarter panel out. So I had to trim all the bolts down real quick, cut about, I don't know, almost ½ inch off. They were fine for the front, but obviously the front has nothing behind it. So now that I did that, it's good. You can see it's close, but it clears the door. I got it just about perfect. So it'll open, which was my biggest issue. Is I refuse to not have my back doors work. I got kids, it's a taxi. I like having 4 people when I'm drifting. It's a ton of fun. I don't want to lose that. So doing this, I didn't want to lose it, but man, I got so much room now. Oh my. I'm gonna try trim this too a little bit, this inner lip right here, just a little bit, because I do want to try to run a wider tire, so we'll see. But I'm gonna take 5 and then get back onto the other side. All right, so we got the welds done. This side went a little bit easier than the other side. I don't know why. I think because I cleaned the inner a little bit better. But yeah, this side's good. Time to cut all the rest of the crap off. Well, we are just about finished. We're getting the last flare on. This side went way smoother than the other side. I mean, took half the time too. From here, we're going to get the wheels put back on. We're going to get it up in the air. And quickly, I just pull all the rear camber out of it. I still have a little bit. I think I'm going to try to oblong the holes a little on the subframe. I don't want to go too much because I do plan on doing aftermarket arms. But I really, really want to get to at least close to 0. But there it is. It's done. All right, so we're finished. Here we go. It's not 100% perfect. And I have to heat up the bottom of the flares on some and kind of bend them in. They are sticking out a little bit on the back. See there. But it ain't too bad. The fronts are actually just about perfect except for where the bumper meets. It has to also be bended in just like the back. I don't know, it's weird. But there it is. We're almost there to summer mats. I also fixed a lot of the rear camber. You can see. I got very, very little camber now. Probably about 1 degree, I'd say. So I'm gonna try to get it to 0, but I just want to get it as good as possible. So see you on the next one.